this line comes from Charles Manson, the infamous Charles Manson, and it came into my head there, and there's something not right about the Charles Manson story. I'd have to look into it a bit more, but there's something, regardless of what happened with Charles Manson and the Manson family and the killings with Sharon Tate and all the rest of it, but he never had anything to do with it. It was other men and women that done it for him, supposedly done it for him, right? And he spent his whole life in prison afterwards. He died in prison a few years back, I think, maybe 4 or 5 years back, or something like that, something like that, right? But the line that I'm going to mention right now is about that, and it sparked an interest in something that I've observed as well, right? And the line that I heard was, everyone's playing important, okay? Everyone is playing important. Now you take that to your life, whoever's listening to this or not listening to it, or a few people or whatever, right? Whatever, what does it matter? It's irrelevant, right? So you take that to your life. You look around at people playing important, their position, their status. I can see them all, man. People are so kind of like, in some ways, right? Some people are so they're kind of like so involved in their own self and their own being, right? They don't see nothing. I don't give a fuck. In some areas, right? I really don't give a flying fuck about this thing called shame. Right? It's just a bozo to me. I don't really give a fuck about it. And that at the same time, it's a paradox, I do at the same time, but I care about what can come through the being, right? My own system or whatever, right? So I'm not really that overly, I'm trying my best not to be that interested in this thing called shame, right? Right, so when you're like that, and you really had enough of yourself, that's basically what it is. Another form of enlightenment is, you just have enough of yourself. I'm done, dude. It's not that interesting anymore. It really isn't. And when that happens, right, to a certain point, when that happens, you can look around and see what Charles Manson was talking about with that line in the prison when he was trying to get paroled or something like that. He couldn't care less whether he got paroled or not. It's like, yeah, whatever, dude, I don't care. You know, I'm not, if you think I'm in prison because my body's in prison, then you're something wrong with you. I'm not in prison. You're in prison. I'm not in prison. Right? So that's what I said. There's something very interesting about the guy, regardless. Okay? To me, anyway. Okay? Anyway, so playing important. You can see these people. Look at them. If you work in an office or you work in a place where there's people, you know, flying around and there's different positions, there's people that are higher and lower and all that and whatever, that fucking crap, you know, to keep everyone in line, right? To keep everyone in the prison system competing against one another or feeling that they're lower than everybody else. Most of the people, I don't mind where I work. There's some people there that I kind of find really cool, regardless of the status, you know, and most people there are fine, you know, and then I just like observing things, myself included, right? So, but you can see them, right, with their uniforms on and their positions and their jobs, and they're kind of like, you know, talking in a way that's kind of like that they're pretending that they're interested in what they're doing. I seen it with one being in particular a few years ago, and I could see it. I could see it from a distance. I could see it with this nitwit, and it's there with its headset on, and you know, and it's finishing its shift, and you know, and it doesn't matter who the being was. It can be anyone, right? It can even be, you know, I've observed myself being a nitwit. It's the same thing. That's why you can see it, right? Right. So you can see this nitwit with its headset on, finishing up its job and talking to other managerial people, right? I kind of like talking as if like, you know, we're doing something that's really important here. You know, my position here is really fucking important, right? And we're going to play the game with one another that what I say about it is really important. No, anyone could do your fucking job, okay? Someone who is a fucking down and out junkie could do your job. Okay, it doesn't take that much to do anyone's job. It's just a little bit of repetition and that's it. But you can see these people playing important. And what a shame. what a shame. Because I'm not saying that people are not important, but it's a shame that we put on the acting performance. It's only going to lead us down a road that makes us feel inadequate, silly, stupid, and unimportant in the way that they want us to in the end of the day. Because your status doesn't mean jack shit, dude. It doesn't mean nothing. In the end of the day, it's not going to mean nothing. Okay, when you're old and grey and your time of playing important is over, you're going to look back and you're going to go, fuck, what a waste of time all that was. Correct. Waste of fucking time. Anyway, so the Charles Manson thing is interesting. I always remember that line. That line of, look around at everyone playing important. And when he said that, it sparked something in my head. It was like, yeah, I'm playing important. I'm playing important. It's ego importance bullshit. So, like, I can credit Charles Manson with that, right? Because that sparked a bit of positivity in me. Yeah, look at Shane playing important. He's so fucking important. Look, he's doing this, he's doing that, he's this, he's that, he's got this, he's got that, he's smooth here, he's smooth there. No, it's just a bozo walking around. Okay? just a bozo walking around thinking that he's that important. There is things that are important while we're alive, right? There is. But it ain't this nonsense. Alright? Now you can play important if you want, as long as you know that you're playing important. It's just a stage performance, right? It isn't what we are. It isn't who and what I am or what you are. It's just a game, right? Checkers and chess, playing cards, poker, whatever. You know, fine, but don't get stuck in it. When you get stuck in it and you think that you are this, then you have a problem. Then you start hurting other human beings because of the acting performance. And that's why I say that line about scum, sludge, and all the rest of it, because that's what we are when we're doing that. We think that the acting performance goes over other beings. I'm not a fan of human beings, but still at the same time, it's not a good idea to be playing important and then robbing other people. These landlords do it. Oh, my business deals. Stick it up your fucking ass, my friend. Because what you got coming to you and what everyone like that is got coming to them while you're alive in the flesh as well. I wouldn't want to be you guys. Alright? So that's why I'm doing this channel to a certain point. Keep myself in check. And any other dizzy ass motherfucker out there that's listening going, aren't I so great? Go fuck yourself. I yield.